What's up guys, Stefan, S&E's Garage. Today we're going to be changing the oil on our 2016 Lexus GSF. Alright guys, so supposedly the dealer that we bought this from just changed the oil when we bought it. And the oil does look clean, but I don't know what kind of oil they used. I don't know what kind of filter they used, and I want to put what I want to put in it. So that's why we're doing this today. So what we got for this thing is some 5W30 Castrol Edge. This is what I use on all of my cars, Castrol Edge. It's very good stuff. I've had oil analysis done with this oil on several other vehicles, and it always performs well. We got an OEM Lexus oil filter, 04152-51010. And then we went ahead and ordered a Fumoto quick oil change valve. That's going to make it easier for me to change the oil on this thing in the future. Where they put the drain plug on this is kind of in a tricky spot, especially, I mean, it's not a tricky spot if you're up on a lift, but in your garage it's in a tricky spot. And it'll just be easier for me to crawl under and flick the valve open. So that's the way we're going to go ahead and do this. So the first thing I like to do is I'll take my oil cap here, I'll take it off, and I'll put it on the hood latch just to remind myself, hey, there's no oil in this thing. That way I don't shut the hood and try to drive it with no oil in it. Let's climb under there and show you exactly where the drain is and start draining it. So that right there is going to be your oil drain. So we're going to climb under here, crack it loose. It should just be a 14mm bolt, and then we can go ahead and start draining it. Alright guys, you'll see here our oil is draining, and you will also see just how clean that oil is. Like I said, this was just recently changed at the dealer when we bought it. We just don't know if they use synthetic or not, so we're doing it. Our oil filter is going to be here under this shield. I actually had to purchase that shield because mine was missing for some unknown reason. Probably the last shop that worked on it didn't put it back, but that's a story for another day. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. Once this is done draining, we'll change that oil filter. Alright guys, so our Fumoto valve here is going to come with its own drain plug gasket. We are going to be using an original equipment Toyota Lexus gasket. I just like them better. So if you look down here, you'll see our oil is slowing down to a trickle, a very clean trickle. So we're just going to let it keep trickling, and then once it's done, we're going to go ahead and thread this in, and we are going to tighten it to 15 foot-pounds. They tell you they don't want you to use an Allen head in this outlet, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do 15 foot-pounds using our arm as a torque wrench. Whenever my arm clicks, I'll stop. No, but seriously, you just snug it up. You don't have to kill it. Just treat it like a regular drain plug. You know, you're not torquing the hell out of it. 15 foot-pounds really is not much. So once this is done trickling, we're going to screw this in, tighten it up, and then we'll move on to the oil filter. Alright guys, so we got our valve in. You'll see that we did it so that we basically snugged it up until it was straight like this, so that it'll be easier for me to remove that plastic clip and basically open it to drain the oil. So this is done. So now we're going to come over here and we're going to remove this shield. I just put it in with some random hardware that I had laying around, so we're just going to use a Phillips head here to remove these, and then we're going to pull the oil filter. Alright guys, here's where your oil filter lives. Right under this panel. You're going to need this adapter here. This is a Toyota adapter. I'll link one in the description below, to go ahead and slip over that socket and remove the adapter. Alright guys, so I'm super glad that I'm doing this today. They used a Chinese Fram filter on this car. If you watch my channel, you know I despise Fram filters. I think they're terrible. So we're going to go ahead and install our nice new original equipment OEM Toyota oil filter. Alright guys, so what we have here is basically the housing for our cartridge filter. We're going to go ahead and use this 90-degree pick. We're going to go ahead and get in here, and we are going to work this old O-ring off. Our new filter is going to come with a new O-ring, so we're going to go ahead, open it up, and install it. You always want to make sure you put it on the correct groove. It goes here on this first groove towards the bottom of the cartridge, and we are just going to work it on like so. And then this is nice and easy here. I'm just going to go ahead, wipe my hands really quick, make sure I don't have any dirt or debris on my hands. We're going to grab our filter, Done deal. Now we can go ahead back under the car, snug this up. Do not kill it. Whoever put this on last really tightened it down. You don't have to do that. Tighten it until it stops turning. Don't go any more. It does not need to be killed. Alright guys, we went ahead and put our oil filter cartridge back in and our little plastic shield with the 3 screws, and we are ready to fill this up with oil. According to the publications I can find, this takes 9.3 quarts of a quality 5W30 motor oil. You saw in the beginning of the video what we chose to use. So we're going to go ahead, dump one 5-quart container straight in, and then we're going to put another almost 5 quarts in it. So we should have a little over a half quart, or a little over a half a quart left over in our second jug. Down the hatch. Right, there's 5 quarts. And we are going to put a little over 4 quarts from this bottle in. Let's see where we're at. Okay, we have about 1 quart left, so that means we have 9 quarts in there now. Let's just go ahead, give it another splash. And that, my friends, should put us right in the ballpark. So we're going to go ahead, take this funnel out, put the cap back on, and then I'm going to go ahead, back the car up off the jacks, and we're going to check the oil level. We are off the jacks. We started the car, we let it run for a couple minutes. We're going to go ahead and check our oil level here. And like I said, we should be just about on the money. So let's go ahead, wipe this clean. And we're right on the money. Alright guys, and you just changed the oil on your Lexus GSF, ISF, RCF, and maybe even the IS500. So now let's go ahead in the car and reset the maintenance light. Alright guys, so to reset your maintenance light, you're just going to turn your key to the on position. You don't need to start it. But we're going to go ahead, you're going to use your menus here with this touchpad. And you are going to go to Vehicle Settings. You're going to go to Scheduled Maintenance, and you're going to reset data. Data has been reset, and now you are ready to go until your next oil change. I recommend changing your oil with a quality synthetic every 5,000 miles. I don't buy into the 10,000 mile oil change nonsense, and I think with synthetic 3,000 is too early. So we're going to be doing 5,000 mile maintenance intervals on this car while we own it, and I'm sure that's going to be perfect with the quality oil that we are running. So if this video helped you change the oil on your Lexus F car, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.